Hello! Today I want to check out this new sketchbook I have because I finished the other sketchbook that I started in January. And so I picked up this Talons Art Creation Royal Talons sketchbook. It's the 12 centimeter by 12 centimeter book, so like 4.5 by 4.5 kind of thing. And apparently it's good for sketching, pencil, charcoal, chalk, graphite, crayon, ink, and watercolor. So I like using actually all of those media. So I thought it would be fun to just test out some like on one of the back pages, test out how it works out with most of the media that I do use. So I'm just going to open it up and we're going to check it out. I actually got this book recently at my favorite art store, and it was on sale for $6, I think, $6.50, something like that. So I was like, that's an excellent price. And, it's along the lines of a cheaper sketchbook, so I have no problem testing out things in it. I just got the black one because, I tend to... Oh, the pages are smooth. I don't know. It doesn't feel very thick. We'll see. It's supposed to be 140 GM or 94-pound paper. So we will see how well it works. I'm going to use the back page. I always use the back pages for testing. And I have actually all of these here, as well as some charcoal, because it says it's good with charcoal. And then I also have a watercolor. So I'm just going to do some swatching here. I want to be able to see if it's going to go through the paper. And I have some Copic, I have Posca, I have an art crayon, Marabou water soluble art crayon. I have my Pilot Bravo. I love working with the Pilot Bravo. Most of my art sketching and just black and white work is with this. I also have, I really cannot remember the name of this. If you know, put it in the description for me. I, again, got it at my favorite art store, and it's got ink in it. It's a inking kind of felt, or not felt, but a inking pen thing. It's really nice. It's got nice dark ink in it. And then I have a Pitt pen, just a cold gray brush pen from Faber-Castell. So this pretty much covers most of the artworks that or art supplies that I like to tend to use in my sketchbooks. So let's start. Let's give it a go. I'm going to start with watercolor. I'm just going to do, let's see, I have yellow here. Let's just put some yellow down. It's not super smooth, like it's kind of a nice paper actually. It doesn't really act very watercolory, but I think I could get some nice washes with this paper. Very thin. I don't know if it's going to warp, but we'll see. And then let's do some Copic. So this will tell us if it goes all the way through. Not too bad. It didn't mark anything on here. So I mean, maybe if I go over it, sometimes, the more color, the more chance of it going right through. Okay, so it does go through there, but it doesn't really mark up the second page. Oops, I got some watercolor there. It's fine. Another art supply that really chews up paper is the Posca. So I thought this would be an excellent tester material, because the nib itself is super hard. It's kind of plastic, so it will scratch the paper. So let's just give it a go. It's pretty smooth paper. I don't feel like it's balling up. Generally, like, it will well, if you go over it again, I feel like it is starting to pull up the paper. But if you go pretty decently on a one stroke or one layer, I think you'll be okay. Again, it doesn't really go through, so that's lovely. It's not very textured. So let's see what happens when we have an art pencil on there. So let's do right here. Oh, it's not too bad. You could see a little bit of the paper roughness, a little. It's very minute though, so I don't think that will be a problem. And let's see how it works with, because this is a water soluble crayon. So let's see. Not too bad. Works kind of like a watercolor. You could feel, I was just feeling there, with too much water, the paper is piling up. So it's not too intense of a watercolor book. That's what I just figured out. You can see right here, the paper is not so great. I mean, I would think it says watercolor here. I'm thinking it's just light washes, ink washes, and maybe extremely light wash, like barely any water. I think that would work better in this particular book because it's not very thick paper. Okay, so let's try some charcoal. I love, love, love charcoal. Oh, it feels really nice. Feels really, really good. It's got a bit of a grit to it, so you know, it works pretty good with the blending brush too. This is just a regular paintbrush that I reserve for blending out. I can really see that there is some lines and some texture to this paper with the charcoal. I don't know if it will register through with on this. I don't know if I don't have my glasses on, so I can't actually see the little screen behind this camera here, but you can see a little bit of the paper texture. It's not too bad though. I think I could do enjoy a lot with that. Also, I feel like the paper is like a cream color, so I have a white. So yeah, it's like a cream colored paper, which is not bad, because then you can get some white brightness and things like that by adding white charcoal. Okay, so this is the ink pen. I love it. It's really smooth. It's really nice on this paper. So I think that'll work okay. Again, I see a little bit of rippling. I don't know if you can tell. The water on the watercolor is making the paper wrinkle. So for sure, definitely, if you use watercolor, you're going to need to press your page afterwards to get it smoothed out. Let's try a brush pen. This is a gray color. And again, it works fine. I didn't think that we'd have an issue with the brush pen. And then let's see, my most favorite right now art supply is the Pilot Bravo, just regular pen. Oh, it's wonderful working on here. Yeah, so I think this will be a nice book. I will probably not so much watercolor in it, and if I do, I'd have to let the page dry between putting down a layer of watercolor and then adding something else on top, because this paper wants to rip a little bit on this side. I really felt it on this side with this crayon right in here. You can kind of tell it's a little bit darker because the paper kind of bubbled up and got really loose there. So yeah, I am pretty impressed so far. It held up to quite a few art supplies that I actually use often. So yeah, I think I'm gonna make some pretty fun stuff with this Royal Talons art creation sketchbook. So I'm just gonna leave this to dry, and I will talk to you guys next time. That didn't work. Next time on the stained canvas. So bye for now.